In today's video, I am going to teach you how to decide whether to sell on Shopify or Etsy. To choose between Shopify and Etsy, you need to think in a practical way about what kind of seller you are right now. The key idea is that you are not just picking a website. You are picking a growth model, a cost structure, and a marketing responsibility level. When you understand those three things, the decision becomes much clearer. First, weigh your growth stage. If you are early and still testing products, you may want faster feedback from real buyers. Etsy is built around an existing marketplace, which means you can start reaching people who are already browsing for items like yours. This can help you validate demand sooner. On the other hand, if you already have traction or you have plans to build a long-term brand, Shopify can support that more directly. Shopify is not dependent on a marketplace. It helps you develop your own storefront, your own identity, and your own customer relationship over time. As you think about your growth stage, look at what you have available right now. Consider whether you are focused on launching or whether you are ready to scale. This matters because Etsy tends to reward sellers who can gain visibility within the platform, while Shopify tends to reward sellers who can consistently bring in traffic from outside sources. Next, consider your budget structure. This part is important because the two platforms often feel similar when you start, but the costs can behave differently as you grow. Etsy typically has built-in fees related to selling activity. It can feel manageable at first, especially when you are getting access to that marketplace audience. But as your sales volume increases, those fees can become a meaningful part of your overall profit picture. In addition, Etsy can have design limits that impact how freely you can present your brand, which can affect conversion rates. Shopify's budget structure is different. Instead of relying on marketplace-based fees in the same way, Shopify usually requires you to pay for the platform and then plan for other costs tied to growth, such as marketing tools or advertising. The benefit is that your store can be set up to match your brand, and you can keep more control over how you position your products. This is valuable when you are aiming for scalability and want to reduce uncertainty over where your customers are coming from. After you consider growth stage and budget, the third factor is marketing capability. This is where the biggest difference shows up. Etsy gives you immediate access to a pre-built marketplace of buyers. That means your product listings can be discovered through Etsy search and browsing without you having to generate every visitor yourself. It can be a strong advantage if you want to start selling with less upfront marketing work. Shopify, however, provides complete brand control and scalable ownership, but it requires you to drive 100% of your own traffic. That does not mean you cannot grow. It means you must plan for and execute your own marketing consistently. You will likely need strategies like search engine optimization for your store, social media promotion, email marketing, and possibly paid advertising. If you already have systems for bringing customers, Shopify can be a great long-term fit. If you do not yet have that marketing engine running, you may find Etsy's built-in audience reduces the pressure. To decide confidently, bring all three factors together. If you are in an earlier growth stage, have a budget you want to keep simple, and you can benefit from a marketplace that already brings buyers to the platform, Etsy can be the easier starting point. If you are ready to build a brand, manage your budget with more control over the long term, and you have the marketing capability to generate traffic on your own, Shopify can be the more scalable path. That is the entire decision framework. Weigh your growth stage, match your budget structure to the way the platform charges, and be honest about your marketing capability. And that covers everything you need to know.